Pakistan cracks down on TLP. Again. Anti-Israel protests near Lahore turn deadly as security forces open fire. Gasoline bombs, gunfire and chaos leave at least 5 dead. Party offices, mosques and bank accounts frozen. Imran Khan's social media criticizes state violence. Analysts warn the military-backed government is setting a precedent, signaling a hard state approach to dissent. Pakistan banned an Islamist party for the second time in 4 years on October 23rd, a week after 5 people died in clashes between its members and police. Followers of the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan party took to the streets for an anti-Israel protest march ahead of US President Donald Trump's announcement of a ceasefire deal to end the Gaza war. The office of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said in a statement that the ban had been approved by the cabinet and was justified because of the group's what it called violent and terrorist activities. The group said it rejected the ban, calling it unconstitutional, vindictive, illegal and dictatorial in a statement. The Sunni Muslim organization was launched as a pressure group at the funeral of a police guard who had killed a provincial governor accused of blasphemy in 2011. It entered politics in 2016 and became the 4th largest party after securing more than 2 million votes in the 2018 elections. Prime Minister's office said that the party had violated commitments made in 2021 when a previous ban on the group was lifted on the condition that it would renounce violence. There was no information available on how long the latest ban would be in place. The clashes near Lahore came after the party announced plans for a march from the city to the US Embassy in Islamabad, the capital, in what was said to be solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. During the clashes, the police said that marchers had hurled gasoline bombs, used spiked batons and opened fire on officers who returned fire. At least 1 police officer, 3 TLP protesters and a passerby were killed, and dozens of others were injured according to the police. Imran Khan's official social media account, still active despite his imprisonment, posted a message criticizing the authorities.
To use violence against unarmed people and open fire on them is completely unacceptable.
Since the clashes, the whereabouts of TLP's leader, Saad Rizvi, and of his younger brother remain unknown. The police say the 2 men are in hiding. The Punjab authorities have frozen the group's bank accounts and shuttered its offices and mosques. Analysts said that the latest ban reflected a broad consensus among Pakistan's security agencies and political leadership that TLP's street power had become untenable. Muhammad Amir Rana, director of the Pak Institute for Peace Studies, an Islamabad-based think tank, said the state was trying to defang the TLP. Rana said,
"They are banning it, freezing its assets, isolating it from the rest of the religious community, and probably creating rifts within its ranks."
The TLP has held regular mass rallies, predominantly focused on religious and political issues, ranging from Gaza to caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad published in the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo. The party was banned by the government of Prime Minister Imran Khan in 2021 after violent protests. The order was lifted within 6 months on condition that the party stop using violence. Blasphemy is punishable by death in Pakistan. Human rights groups say the blasphemy laws are often misused to settle personal scores. Many people have been lynched after accusations of insulting Islam or its prophet. Pakistan has witnessed one of its most shocking episodes of state violence in recent years. Earlier this week, security forces opened fire on demonstrators protesting against a possible normalization of relations with Israel. The number of those killed remains unknown, but witnesses and footage from the scene confirm that the toll is significant, Drop Site reported. The protesters were members of Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, or TLP, a hardline religious movement often accused of extremism and inciting violence. Critics argue that the group's demonstrations cannot be described as genuinely pro-Palestine, pointing instead to its history of sectarian agitation and confrontations with the state. However, analysts note that Pakistan has little precedent for this kind of mass, state-directed violence against civilians. The military-backed government appears to be using this crackdown to set a precedent, a signal of what dissenters can expect as the country's political direction hardens. Sources close to Pakistan's powerful army chief, Field Marshal Asim Munir, say he has privately described his objective as building a hard state. This vision seems to involve normalizing the use of force as a tool of governance, beginning with the least publicly supported groups before extending such tactics to broader segments of society. By targeting the widely unpopular TLP, the government may be attempting to legitimize the future use of similar force against other forms of opposition, particularly against those challenging its stance on the Israel-Gaza conflict.